Hey, it rained yesterday evening. Let's see how much it was. Hey, 3/10 of an inch down here. That's not bad. We could use a whole lot more. I only had a tenth and a half at my house, so twice that amount down here, 3/10. I believe I will haul a load of soybeans out of the bin this morning because I'm not going to have enough room in the bin anyway. So I'll haul a load while it's wet. The sun is supposed to come out. I don't know if we'll need quite a bit of wind to dry up these soybeans in order to cut this afternoon, but we'll see how the day goes. Happy Indigenous People Day, by the way. Yeah, screw that crap. It's Columbus Day, damn it. Indigenous people. Who the heck came up with that? Okay, let's get moving here. This farm that we're cutting beans on now is on a peninsula. It is got a creek on either side of it, and then it's got the Potomac River at the end of it. So the coastal flooding that I was talking about over the weekend, you can see why we have flooding on this farm. So all along the creek shore here where the field is, when we have these coastal flood warnings and advisories, the tide rises and the water comes up into the fields here because we're not much above sea level here. And so as you can see, as the drone is going over, I did make some tracks in a few places. Water was standing. Saturday was the worst day for the flooding. Everybody around here was talking about how bad it was. Yards flooded, parking lots flooded, anything close to a creek, the bay or the river was going to see flooding. And as I was cutting these beans, there were places I was going through water 6 inches deep. So of course the water sits there for an extended period of time and just saturates the ground. And so as I went through, I made tracks. Now I do have to get the combine washed off because this is salt water. So I can't leave this on the combine too long, or you'll start to see some rust. So I'll try to get it cleaned up. We do have a day of rain coming up, it sounds like, so it sounds like I will have a chance to get it washed off and cleaned up a little bit. Hey, it's Tuesday. You know what that means? It means I need to get away. So historically, airfare is usually cheaper on Tuesdays. I just remembered I need to book some airfare. So let me check to see if it's cheaper today. when I fly, I am usually particular about the times that I fly. I'm not looking for the cheapest airfare, because usually that means leaving at 6 a.m. in the morning and returning at midnight, and that's not me. I'm at the stage in my life that I don't need to get up early. Hey! Yes, the flight I am after has gone down about $30, so it is time to book it. Yeah, I'm going to call my travel agent. The last time I tried to book flights, it took me almost 2 hours. That was quite frustrating. Come to find out, it wasn't my fault. It was the website's fault. I was really pissed off after 2 hours of trying to book this, figuring it was my fault when it was not. Good afternoon. Is Shirley in today? Yes, that would be great. Thanks. Thank you. Okay, hopefully we get those flights booked so I can get away. Hey, look at this. It's a rainy day. The forecast is for 1 to 2 inches of rain. We'll see. Unless something pops up on the radar that's not there right now, I don't see where we're getting 1 to 2 inches. But hey, I'm not a weather forecaster. Anyway, I did haul a load of soybeans to Purdue this morning. Got that done before it started raining. I guess it's to the office to catch up on some book work at the moment. Maybe do some video editing. I'm a little bit behind in that as well. We'll see. I have banking to do as well. I've got a lot of rainy day stuff to do. We just haven't had enough rainy days to get it done in. So we'll see what I can make happen here. It's a great day for a couple of different reasons. Number one, we did get rain yesterday. I'm on my way to the farm now. I'm not sure what they got down there yet, but at my house I had 1.4 inches of rain. So it was a good rain. Did not come down hard. So because of the rain, I'm taking care of a few errands this morning. Luckily, YouTube does not have smell-o-vision because I ran out of deodorant a couple days ago, but I have purchased deodorant now. One of the things I'm taking care of this morning, I've been to the bank as well. But hey, the other reason it's a great day is I just went to the bank and paid off this truck here. Didn't quite pay it off as early as I had wanted to, but 3.5 years. 3.5 years. I had wanted to pay it in 3 years, but just didn't quite work out that way. So hey, the truck is paid off. We got rain, and I have deodorant, so life is great. So I'm headed down to the farm now. I've got to take some fuel to the combine so I can finish up soybeans when it does dry out. I will not have enough fuel in the combine to finish on the farm I'm at. I'm going to pull the lime spreader out of the barn and just grease it up, check the gearboxes, go over that, get it ready to spread some lime. I'll pull the sprayer out. I think I'm going to spray. I don't think I can do that today. The wind is blowing. But I am going to spray some glyphosate where I'm going to no-till wheat. So just some odd jobs that I have going on today. I don't believe we're getting in the field to do any type of work today just because of the rain we had yesterday and the wind that's blowing today. So not quite sure what you're going to see, but I'm sure you'll see something. So hang on tight for the ride. Let's walk over here and see what we have in the rain gauge. I don't see a lot of water laying around here, but as I said, it was dry. Well, okay, about 0.8 of an inch down here, so not quite as much as I had at my house. Yeah, I know when I was coming in the driveway here to the farm, I didn't see the puddles that looked like more than an inch of rain. 0.8 is a good amount of rain. Just what the doctor ordered. As I said, it fell nicely, so most of it soaked in, much needed. All right, let me find something to do down here. Oh, damn it. First, I got to get the right combination here to the door to get in. There we go. I've got the combine fueled up. I've put a little bit of grease on. I've checked everything out. Everything seems to be okay, but I do have one thing I'm going to address here. I've got just a slight drip out of this hydraulic connection here. So I've got some O-rings I'm going to replace that with, but that one little drip really causes a hell of a mess here, because each time it drips, then the dust collects on it, and it drips and the dust collects, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to put these new O-rings in here, and then I believe I can cut some soybeans. The wind has been blowing, the sun has been in and out in the clouds, but I believe they're dry enough to cut. So I'm going to change this O-ring, and then I'm going to see if I can cut some soybeans. Hey, this one is made a little differently. So I don't have the right tools to pull that one out of there. I'll just leave it. This one was not leaking. This one is the one that was leaking. So I will worry about this one another time if it starts leaking. I do have another O-ring to go in there if I need it. I am getting a little bit smarter in my old age. Not much, just a little bit. I guess you can teach an old dog new tricks. I did remember to pull the covers off of the tank here, the unloading auger on the tank, before the rain. So I pulled these covers off when I finished cutting soybeans the other evening, knowing it was going to rain. Got all the soybeans out of there, so that way when it rained, the water could pour out of here with no problem. If you recall, some of you that have been watching me a while, I think I have a video of cleaning this after it rained. And of course, you pull these covers off, the water, the wet soybeans, they just run right down your arm to your armpit, and it's not fun, and it doesn't usually smell good if you've left them here more than 2 days. So let me put these covers on, and then I'm going to cut some soybeans. Well, I would like to say that I am done cutting soybeans for 2019, but no, that's not quite the case. I just finished up another farm, but I've still got about 12 acres left. And those 12 acres are spread on 2 different farms. 4 of those acres I had to leave last week on a farm that I was on because the beans were still green. They were along a wood line. And then the other 8 acres is just on a small farm about 4 or 5 miles from here. It's a out-of-the-way place at the end of a county road. I basically just worked this field for the woman for nothing, just so it does not grow up. It's really a pain in the butt, but it's just something I got to do. I believe those are ready, so I think I can get those out tomorrow, but it's just out of the way. It's only 8 acres, so it's just a bit of a problem to get to and to get done. But I'm not sure about the other beans, those 4 acres that were green. I'll stop by tomorrow morning on my way down here and check those out. And then it's on to planting wheat. Not sure if I'll get any of that started tomorrow. They're talking about rain on Sunday. And this storm coming up, I've heard reports of up to 2 inches of rain. We don't need that much at one time. That could delay me in planting wheat, but hey, we'll see. It's today is October 17th. Yeah, October 17th. No, I'm sorry. Today is October 18th. Today is October 18th, so we've still got some time. Can't say that I've ever come this close to finishing soybeans this early. It's just one of those unusual years. Okay, I'm going to unload this wagon. I've got the truck full, but the bin is not going to hold the truckload, so I'll probably haul that to Purdue next week when it rains and I can't do anything else. my employees are off having a good time tonight. I've paid for them to go to a local concert event. So they're having fun on my dime tonight while I'm out here working my tail off. But hey, that's what you have to do. Treat the employees fairly and they will treat you fairly. Okay? I am out of here to have a margarita. No, I'll probably have maybe a glass of wine tonight. I don't know. I'm not sure what I feel like, but anyhow, see ya!